This is Mrs. Knopf, and today we are going to start in our method book for the alto sax with line 1, the first note. And before we get started, there is something that comes up on every page or two in this method book that I really like, and that is the fingering chart that is only dedicated to the notes on those pages. So for this first page, we have 3 notes. Our fingering chart has your D, which says concert F in parentheses. So if you're in a band class and your teacher says, let's play concert F, as an alto saxophone in the key of E flat, you have to transpose. You have to think, okay, my director said concert F. What that means for me is I have to go backwards 2 letters in the alphabet. So 2 letters before F is D. Your D is located on the 4th line of the treble clef staff, and all of the shapes that are colored in, these represent keys on your saxophone that need to be pressed in order to make that sound. So this funky shaped one off to the side right here, that is your octave key. All right, so you're going to press that in addition to the top 3 circles that are colored in. Those are the top 3 keys, 1, 2, 3 of your left hand. And then this line just separates the left hand from the right hand. And then your right hand presses these 3 keys. All of that happens at the same time. And because the first note, we are only focusing on the D, that's what we're going to focus on. I will point out the other notes in future videos. All right, but we'll talk about that very soon. Let's go ahead and scroll down. And the first note, we have our treble clef. The saxophone reads treble clef. Then we have 4/4. That's your time signature. The top number tells you how many beats are in each measure, in this case 4. The bottom number tells you the value of the whole note, and this is really important. In this case, the whole note gets 4 beats, and we are playing whole notes, and then we have whole rests. And it's called that because it takes up the whole measure. So we are playing D, and this is the only time you're going to see it written under the note for you, because then you're expected to remember it, because it doesn't change. 4th line is always D in the treble clef. So we're going to play and hold for 4 counts, then rest for 4 counts, and then while we're resting, we look ahead, and we see we've got the same note again, rest, go straight down to the next line, don't go out for any sort of break, rest, play it one more time, and then rest one more time, and then we have this double or final bar line that tells us we're done with this particular line. All right, so I'm going to shift that a little bit more. I have a metronome set for 80 beats per minute. That's going to help me keep a steady tempo. I'm going to hold everything for 4 beats, and on the 5th beat is when the next measure starts. And I'm also going to start each note with a t sound. So the tip of my tongue is going to touch the tip of the reed to get that clean attack. But here we go. Let's play line 1, the first note. 1, 2, ready. Next line. Done. So we just played all the way through line 1, the first note, and it was all on D. So thumb, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I hope that was helpful, and we'll see you next time.